It's official. It is official. Trey Lance, no longer a 49er. He's heading to Dallas. And the reins are now handed over to Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold. What does this mean for the 49ers? What does this mean for the Cowboys? But more importantly, what does it mean to collectors who have a ton of Trey Lance cards in their inventory? I'm one of them. It's time to get some stuff off my chest. This is crazy to me. I mean, thinking about what's going on with Trey Lance, I can't shake it. I mean, we're not talking Ron Leaf or Jamarcus Russell. We're talking about a guy who was vetted by what everybody considers to be a pretty strong front office in San Francisco. San Francisco gave up quite a few picks to go get this guy. He sat behind Garoppolo for a year. The next year they said, "You're the man." And I think if I recall, his first game, it was a ridiculous torrential downpour. And then the second game, he breaks his ankle and he's done. He watches someone take the reins from him, a la Drew Bledsoe and Tom Brady. And next thing you know, he's heading to Dallas. Now, the first thing I do have to say is I can't just sit here and do this without trying to accomplish something. So I'm going to go kaboom hunting while I get this off my chest. But Trey Lance was, especially out here in the Bay Area, that's supposed to be that guy. That next guy that takes the 49ers to the promised land. Now, granted, you can say what you want about Brock Purdy, and I like Brock Purdy a lot. But this year is going to say a lot about Brock Purdy. Because now you have coaches who are able to game plan for him. It's not he just comes out of the blue and he's going to sneak up on people. There's tape. And I really hope he succeeds. But if he doesn't, then who's next? Sam Darnold? I don't know. It's just one of those things where this could really mess up the 49ers in a major way. Now, I don't know if this situation says more about Trey Lance, or does it say something more about the front office in San Francisco? Because contrary to what people may believe, they gave up a ton to get Trey Lance. They must have saw something, right? I mean, they had to see something. And whatever they didn't see, they found it in the last pick of the draft. The very last pick. And that very last pick balled his ass off last year. So I'm really interested to see what happens next year with him. In Dallas, I don't know, is this supposed to light a fire under Dak? Because Dak is a vet. He shouldn't need a fire like this to light him up, but maybe it's exactly what he needs. I don't know. But please believe that there he goes. That when he gets his opportunity, if he gets one, he's going to light it up. Light it up. I truly believe that. There's a lot of people out here I've already talked to in the Bay Area that are really upset. Not the fact that they traded Trey Lance per se, but the fact that they traded so much to get him, and that project's already over literally before it started. Like, it's done. And with nothing really to show for it. So, we'll just have to see what happens. Now, on the flip side, what is everybody going to do with their Trey Lance cards that they have in their inventory? Because I have quite a few myself. Do you go out and you just start selling? Are you a believer and you're going out to buy? Or are you going to kind of sit and hold and just try to get an idea of what may happen? I mean, he could turn it around. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league right now that I would say do not have the ceiling that Trey Lance has. I mean, you have Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask in Tampa. I don't know. I just feel like an opportunity for him to come back could very well happen. I mean, look at a Geno Smith. And I do think Trey Lance is closer to a Geno Smith level than a Jamarcus Russell level. I think I may have to hold on to some of these. Because at first I was like, this is time to dump them. Just let them go. But I'm going to play the long game with Trey Lance. His talent level is too high. His ceiling is too high. And the only thing I think is that he just has to remain healthy. And he'll get a shot somewhere. What's very interesting, though, is this change of the guard and quarterbacks. We just ushered out an entire era and brought in a brand new one. And already we're starting to see a lot of the quarterbacks fall by the wayside. But this one, Trey Lance, I was not expecting this at all. Well, no kaboom. I just want to get a little bit of that off my chest. Let me know what you're going to be doing with your Trey Lance cards. Let me know what you think is going to happen to him overall. Maybe I'm just, too big on him. I'm too positive. Maybe I'm just too hopeful and I'm being jaded by what's really out there. But I just can't help but to think that he has to have something if the 49ers front office gave away that many first-round draft picks to trade up to get this guy. There has to be something there. I don't know. I'm going to round up my cards, see what people may be thinking. I know I say I'm a hold, but if people are buying, I may be selling. On that, Walker the Collector, I'm out.